Did you know that 37% of Americans can't afford an unexpected $400 expense, and according to surveys, 39% of them can't pay their bills? And I bet you didn't know that 60% of American households can't afford a new car. Have you ever wondered why some people build wealth without seemingly struggling, while others remain stuck in a cycle of financial turmoil? Or have you wondered why Warren Buffett, who has a worth of over $100 billion, still lives in the same modest home he bought for just $31,500 in 1958? And while at the same time, many Americans with six-figure salaries are drowning in debt? You see, the difference between the rich and the poor isn't just in how much money they make, but in what they refuse to spend their money on. I've been studying the habits of millionaires and billionaires for a while now, and I've discovered something quite shocking. The truly wealthy don't actually spend their money the way most people think they do. They don't chase the latest luxury cars, designer clothes, or flashy trends. In fact, many of their spending habits will surprise you and completely contradict what social media and marketing make us believe about wealth. So in this video, I'm going to help you discover 7 specific things rich people avoid buying that are purchases that could be secretly draining your wealth. I'll even help you understand why luxury shopping can actually make you poorer even if you can afford it. And also in this video, we'll cover the counterintuitive approach rich people take to status symbols. We'll also cover how to enjoy life while building significant wealth just like the truly rich. And stay tuned until the end, because number 7 is something that 92% of Americans regularly waste money on, yet almost no self-made millionaires touch it. Avoiding this could add hundreds of thousands to your net worth over time. So let's get started, guys. First, rich people avoid buying new cars. Buying a new car might feel exciting, but it's actually one of the worst financial decisions if you're serious about building wealth. Let me break it down why. First off, new cars are notorious for depreciating fast. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, it loses about 10% of its value, and by the end of the first year, it could depreciate up to 20%. As Dave Ramsey puts it, a new car is a terrible investment. It's a bad way to spend your money. The second you buy that car, you already are losing value. Next, think about the interest costs. If you finance a $30,000 car loan, by the time you pay it off over 5 years, you might end up spending over $40,000 for a car that's worth much less than the original price. That's money that could have gone into investments or other wealth building opportunities, but instead it's lining the bank's pockets. Then there's the insurance cost. New cars tend to have higher premiums because they're worth more, but you're also paying more monthly to insure it. Finally, consider the opportunity cost. The money you spend on a new car could have been invested in things that appreciate, like real estate stocks or retirement accounts. The wealthy know that wealth grows through appreciating assets, not depreciating ones. Dave Ramsey also said, when you buy a brand new car, you're throwing money away. I don't think that's a very good impersonation, but close enough. Instead, consider buying a used car or driving your car longer before upgrading. It'll help you protect your wealth while still giving you reliable transportation. Leasing is another option people consider, but it's still a poor choice for wealth building, because when you lease a car, you're essentially renting it for a set period, usually 2 to 3 years. Even though monthly payments may be lower than the car loan, you still are paying for a depreciating asset, and at the end of the lease, you own nothing. Plus, you could face extra fees if you exceed mileage limits or cause damage. So when it comes to cars, think about your long-term financial goals. Leasing or buying a new car won't help you build wealth. Instead, consider buying a used car or used car sharing services. Your wallet will thank you, and you'll be on the path to smarter financial decisions. The second item that's on the list is expensive clothing that really goes out of style. You might think that the rich are always rocking the latest designer labels, but many self-made millionaires avoid the fast fashion trap. I mean, take Mark Zuckerberg, for example. He's known for wearing the same gray t-shirt every single day. Not because he's lazy, but to save time and mental energy. This consistency reflects a focus on what truly matters, not fleeting trends. Also take Steve Jobs, for example. His black turtleneck and jeans became a trademark. And why? Because they're classic, simple, and functional. The wealthy understand that clothing is an expense, not an investment, and they prefer quality over quantity. Instead of buying trendy pieces, they focus on classic, timeless clothing that'll last for years and won't lose value as quickly. It's like investing in a vintage watch that appreciates over time rather than the fast fashion piece that'll be out of style next season. The third point on the list is credit card debt, especially high credit card debt that has high interest. It's easy to fall into credit card debt, especially when you're buying things you don't need, but the rich avoid it. The average American household carries over $6,000 in credit card debt, often with interest rates over 20%. That's money down the drain. Warren Buffett doesn't carry a credit card balance. Why? Because the rich know that high interest debt is a major wealth killer. They don't buy things on credit that they can't afford. Instead, they use credit cards for perks, reward points, cash back, but they pay off the balance in full every single month. Instead of relying on borrowed money for consumer goods, the wealthy focus on saving and investing for the future. It's like buying a car on credit at 20% interest versus saving and buying it outright. The second option keeps your finances in check and allows you to build wealth. The fourth item on our list is oversized homes. You'd think the rich are all living in massive mansions, but they tend to avoid that. Warren Buffett, despite his billions, still lives in the same house he bought with just $31,500 in 1958. And why? Because he knows that bigger homes come with higher taxes, maintenance costs, and utilities, all of which drain money over time. Jeff Bezos, for example, lives in a modest but strategically located property that fits his needs. The wealthy know that the bigger homes aren't necessarily better, they're just more expensive. More space equals more expenses, and the rich would rather invest that money elsewhere. It's like buying a luxury sports car that loses value quickly. The rich prefer homes that are practical, not overly extravagant. The fifth item, and I really have to emphasize this one, is lottery and gambling. It's simple, the wealthy do not gamble. Whether it's with lottery tickets or casino games, the odds are stacked against you. Consider the Powerball odds. 1 in 300 million. To put that in perspective, you have 1,000 times more possible chance of getting struck by lightning. Instead of gambling, the wealthy focus on smart, disciplined financial habits. Consider Richard Branson. He's all about building business that can create long-term value, not betting on a lucky win. Warren Buffett, again, emphasizes that wealth is not built on luck, but on understanding investments and making thoughtful long-term decisions. Gambling is a zero-sum game. For one person to win, another must lose. The wealthy prefer strategic investments in things that are more likely to appreciate over time. Gambling is like playing a game where the house always wins. You're better off investing your money and making it grow over time. The sixth point on our list is luxury watches, especially those just for status. Many people think that wealthy splurge on high-end watches like the Rolexes or Patek Philippe's just to flaunt their status. While it's true that many rich people own these timepieces, their mindset is often very different from what most people expect. For them, watches are not just a status symbol, but can be investments or personal items with sentimental value. Take Bill Gates, for example. Despite being one of the most wealthiest men in the world, Gates is often seen wearing a humble $50 Casio watch. That's right, a watch that costs less than a meal at a restaurant. Why? Because Gates doesn't see the value in wearing something just to impress others. For him, it's all about functionality. Then there's Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. While he's all about high-end tech, he doesn't wear a luxury watch. Instead, he sticks to an Apple Watch, prioritizing practicality and embracing the future of technology. Cook knows that real wealth isn't about flaunting possessions, but about making smart choices and staying relevant. These examples show how the ultra-wealthy approach their purchases differently. They often prioritize practicality, utility, and investment value over flaunting their influence. Think about luxury watches as assets. While some buy watches for special occasions, the wealthy often view them as potential investments. For instance, the right Rolex watch bought today could increase in value if kept in good condition. The rich choose luxury watches not to show off, but because they understand that certain timepieces can appreciate over time. So what's the key takeaway? Real wealth isn't about impressing others with flashy items. It's about being strategic with your purchases and understanding long-term value of what you buy. Gates and Cook show that wealth comes from knowing when to embrace simplicity and making smart investments, not from splurging on items that lose value quickly. It's like buying a luxury car just for the logo versus investing in real estate for future returns. One is about status, the other is about building wealth. So next time you see someone wearing a luxury watch, ask yourself, is it a status symbol or a smart investment? You might be surprised at the answer. The seventh point on this list is upgrading to the newest tech gadgets. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of upgrading your gadgets every time something new is released. But the wealthy skip this cycle. They see tech as a tool, not as a status symbol. They prefer to use what they already have until it no longer meets their needs. Many Silicon Valley millionaires won't upgrade their phones every year. They understand that the latest tech isn't necessarily to get things done. Elon Musk and Tim Cook don't rush into every new tech release. They choose their devices based on functionality, not marketing. Instead of spending money on incremental upgrades, the rich focus on investments that have the potential to grow over time. It's like buying a new car every year just because a new model comes out, even though your current car still gets you from point A to point B just fine. The wealthy hold on to their devices, save money, and invest in things that grow. So, my question for you, are you spending just to look good or to become rich? Every financial decision you make either moves you closer to financial freedom or keeps you trapped in the paycheck to paycheck cycle. The truly wealthy aren't stingy, they're just strategic about where their money goes. The next question you gotta ask yourself, are you buying things to impress others or improve your future? Another question you need to ask yourself, are you making purchases based on habits or on financial wisdom? So guys, comment below and say, I want to be free, if you're ready to start spending like the wealthy. If you want to build real wealth instead of just appearing rich, hit that subscribe button, guys, because it'll help you to further your finances. Your financial future is shaped by the decisions you make today, so choose wisely. Now, if you enjoyed this video, here are 7 hacks of growing your wealth. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time.